Hey, what's going on, good people? It's your boy James Hurst. Of course, Mental Health. Mental Health is a movement that I founded to get men back focused on their overall wellness, their mental health, physical health, and of course, their emotional health. I'm also the author of a book called Man, Just Express Yourself, which is an interactive planner guide for boys and men to better express themselves. I definitely appreciate everybody who went out and got a copy of this to support. Keep up the good work. I definitely appreciate it. You're making phenomenal changes in those men's lives. And if you want to get a copy of it, you can go to Amazon, Barnes& and Nobles, Target, Walmart, pretty much anywhere books are sold, including my website. And while you're on my website, be sure to grab a copy of my board game as well, Cheesy Dates, which is an interactive board game for couples, adults, your date night, your girls' night, your game nights. Different pawn pieces in there, 2 dice in there, 2 set of cards, one for spontaneity because sometimes people run low on dating ideas. And the other card deck is simply just questions that you should ask throughout the relationship just to make sure y'all growing at the same rate or got the same ideas going into a relationship. So I definitely appreciate that. Also, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Send me any questions that you may have or any topics that you want me to cover. I definitely appreciate y'all helping me get monetized. So I look forward to continue to deliver different videos. So today we're going to talk about anhedonia. So anhedonia is the inability to feel joy and pleasure. It's a common symptom of so many different diagnoses, whether that's depression, trauma, and a couple other mental health disorders as well. So some people lose the ability to feel joy because the things that made them content, like happy throughout those days, were no longer there or no longer enjoyable. So you might see this when veterans go to war, they return back from the family, or somebody who's in a state of depression, just so many different things that can change or transpire in a person's life. So it's two main types of anhedonia. You got the social anhedonia where somebody don't want to spend time with other people. Um, and I think a nice size of majority view this as introverted and stuff like that. But it might be something that you want to look at, whether it's social anhedonia or not. So the next one, you got physical anhedonia. Like you don't like enjoy the physical sensations, like people give you hugs, you don't feel empathy rather than nurtured, like all of those things. Your favorite foods taste bland. Even sex can lose its appeal to you, so it might be something that you want to look into. Anhedonia makes relationships, including those with friends and family members, difficult. It can be a struggle for somebody to trying to empathize with you or nurture you, and you don't know how to receive it. So that's one of the biggest portions of it. With the reward of enjoyment gone, it's hard to get motivated to spend time with others. So a lot of people might think like, oh man, you standoffish or you just don't seem like yourself, so that might be something that you want to look at. You might turn down invitations and skip events like concerts, parties, even one-on-one visits to get to know somebody or get together with your friends and family like you used to. You no longer believe that there's any benefit to taking part of those things. Again, some people group it with being introverted, but it might be something a little bit more intense than that. So it's a couple of different things that cause anhedonia. Anhedonia is probably linked to, again, depression or trauma, but you don't have to be depressed to feel sad or to have anhedonia. It also affects people with other mental health issues, whether that's schizophrenia or bipolar, and also sometimes borderline personality disorder, so which is another one that a lot of people tend to overlook within society. You might also have a problem with the way your brain produces or responds to dopamines. Again, dopamine is pretty much that feel-good chemical and that mood chemical. So if your body is not responding well to dopamines, then that could be another issue. So of course, if it's not responding, then you got to treat it. So anhedonia is one of those things that can be tricky. There's no real way to do it. So you just got to make sure that you are proactively trying to get ahead of it or trying to understand why you no longer have that pleasure sensation. The first step, is find any unknown causes to focus on treating the issue. Try to figure out that I want to get better. I want to hang around my friends and family more. I want to do the things that I used to do. Let me try this thing, or let me try to do research, or let me try to process it. But of course, some people take antidepressants too. Um, and when you're taking those antidepressants, it'll help with the SSRIs, which is selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which you may find anhedonia improves sometimes, but again, if you're in a deep state of depression or have so much trauma, it might not work immediately. So you may need to pair that with another medication, and or therapy. But sometimes these medications can blunt your emotion and make the problem even worse. So just, I'm not a fan of medication. So just consult with your nurse practitioner or your psychiatrist based on those things. But I believe in lifestyle choices and, of course, processing. So psychotherapy is one of those things that can help you process. This is what I do within my sessions. We find out why you lost the joy and how can we assist in rediscovering it. What was the last time you felt pleasure? What do you take pleasure in now? Trying to help you understand that it can come back, but it's a process. So if you got any questions on anhedonia, hit me up. www.mentoheal.com, www.mentoheal.com.